What I noticed, the collective of artists, producers that you gathered for the movie, they may have come from a conscious sense, underground hip hop, underground like a battle sense, lyrical sense. What were you trying to like get across as far as like, what's your opinion on what started with the essence, the evolution of hip hop, and the people in the game that were the pioneers compared to today? Like, what's
my thing is, the first thing is the only people that are in the movie are my friends.
True.
I just went to my address book and I just said, I'm gonna call the people I know. I didn't really reach outside of my friends because I needed it to be like a conversation.
True.
So a lot of people say, well, I didn't see my favorite rapper. But trust me, you'll see your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. They're in the movie.
Yeah.
I just think right now kids are being sucked into what I call a pop vortex, which is pop radio is sucking kids down a hole. And it's not their fault. The problem is that when I made records, you could go to the record store and you would buy the record. You would seek out music. I mean, I was doing an interview with a girl 20 years old the other day. I said, I made my money in the record. When people went to the record store, she said, what's a record store?
Yeah. Crazy.
I said, no, not like Tower, like Warehouse. Oh, Sam, good, no. She said, like Best Buy?
That's crazy.
I said, well, Best Buy rather sell a refrigerator, really. But,
wow.
So now the youth doesn't really seek out music.
Yeah.
And when it's on the internet, it's so diluted that you don't know who to pick. So they wait on it to come through the radio. But Clear Channel really doesn't want to play anything that's going to move anything. They just want club records and basic, music that just pacifies people.
True.
They don't want no KRS-One Boogie Down, no political stuff. They don't want none of that.
Yeah.
So now we kind of been sucked into a culture. Now, can you get mad at the rappers? Nah, they want to eat.
Yeah.
So they got to make what's going to be played. So it's kind of like we in a paradox. We're in a situation where the music that needs to be made ain't being made. I mean, come on, we got a black president, you got people losing their homes, you got all these issues going on in the world, but we singing about we drinking and we partying and we throwing money in the air.
Yeah.
And how much of that is really true? So
yeah.
It's kind of, I just say, and that's not just hip hop, this is all music.
Music as a whole.
It's delusional at this moment.
Yeah.
The world isn't in as good a condition as that music says.
Okay. All right, so
But it ain't nobody's fault. This is just how the game just started to twist.
it's just how it is. So,
Yeah.
I mean, is there, with the new artists that are out today, is there anybody that you see reminds you of an Ice-T or could be an Ice-T of
come
today?
on, man. I love T.I., man. I think he's got an old soul and, I'm just mad at T.I. I just want him to stay on the bricks, man, and stop, making those mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I love T.I. I love Luda. I think Luda, especially speaking about Atlanta MCs, I love Luda. I think he's one of the most ferocious spitters. When I first heard Young Jeezy, I was like, when he said, God, please don't let me go to jail tonight, I'm like, okay, he been there.
Yeah.
And I like Lupe Fiasco. I think he's a extreme lyricist, kid out of L.A., Kendrick Lamar. So I think
True.
I think we got the resurgence of the spitters, Corey Guns. I think you're seeing the resurgence of the spitters, and that's all a G wants.
Yeah.
I'm not no hater. I just want to keep the game at a level that is high end.
Yeah.
I don't want it to get sloppy.
Yeah.
So is there something wrong with that? If I'm really the OG, my job is to keep the set in check.
Yeah.
If hip hop's my set, I'm supposed to check it. Like, come on, players, step it up.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying, and that's the way it's going to continue to last for another 20, 30, 50, 100 years.
Talking about transition from music into the movies, do you feel like that you are going to take it, like, this is a documentary, of course.
Yes, sir.
So are you going to take it to the movie level
absolutely.
and do original content?
That's what I want to do. All the time I've been doing film, I've been studying, being on Law & Order every day. I get a chance to look at these incredible directors. I understand the process. And thank God for all this time. That's the only way I was able to do this film. People look at this film, but they don't understand what it takes to get the cinematography together, to get the helicopter shots, to get all that. It's not that easy. It's a lot of work to do a movie.
Yeah.
So now my next endeavor will definitely be a drama. It won't be a documentary and stuff, but I feel like there's a big open hole for me. You know, I want to be the Black Tarantino. You know, I want to do that cutting edge kind of cult movie stuff. I think Tyler got his lane. You know, Cube is doing the comedies. You know, John Singleton does a lot of very political stuff. But you know, just for action, raw, edgy drama, I think. If you listen to my music, I mean, that's what I've been doing my whole life, audio-wise. So that's where I want to go with it. I mean, I always got to find something new to keep me excited. I mean, honestly, when I'm sitting through the screenings of this movie, I'm shaking. I'm that nervous because it's so important to me right now, you know, and I just you got to go one step at a time. So the documentary is my first step.
That's definitely an open void that needs to be filled. Like, do you feel like it's your responsibility?
Not my responsibility. Everything I've ever done has just been something I wanted to do. You know, when you a kid on the street and you hustling, you know, why wouldn't you want to make a record? Why wouldn't you want to be in movies and television? And everybody wants to do everything. I want to race Formula One cars, but I don't think that'll ever happen. You dig? But you know, as these opportunities open themselves to me, I'm just putting my best foot forward. You dig? I wouldn't mind doing radio one day. So I think there's a lot of things that we'd like to do. I've just been fortunate enough to have the opportunities presented to me.
Ice-T loves Coco. How's that going?
Well, they came at me to do the show. I said, hell no. Ain't no way on earth I'm doing no reality show. Because most of the reality shows is a bunch of buffoonery. They have people acting stupid and clowning and throwing drinks. I don't get down like that. So when they came at us, I'm like, nah, because I didn't feel I would give them enough content to make a show. So finally, they was pitching. Coco was in a position where she was like, Ice, you know, people are destroying me on the blog, don't know me, just looking at me and hate me. It'll give me a chance to show myself. And I know Coco's a sweetheart, so I said, okay, let's shoot a pilot. So we shot the pilot, and they came back, they're like, you funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm funny. I mean, come on.